all right. The happiness factor. The happiness factor. Everybody got that? Okay, okay. Hashtag the happiness factor. Hey, that went pretty well. Fine. Okay. All right. Let's catch up with myself. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Think we're almost there. Yeah, good. Broadcasting live from our new address. Dr. Daviyd, the happiness factor. I'm very, very dedicated to the happiness factor because I want everyone to be able to get this, especially during the winter time when we don't get out as much and we tend to stay inside. We tend to not be able to go outside a lot unless you're a polar bear or someone like that, or a penguin, to where you like the cold. But because we don't go out as much, because we don't get much sunshine, the mood to be happy is a challenge. So I'm kind of like focusing on the happiness factor right now in order to get people to understand that you need to motivate yourself. It's kind of like when we were growing up. You know, we depended upon our mothers to feed us. We depended upon our mothers to dress us. We depended upon our mothers to... Okay, well, here we go. Technical difficulties. Trying to reconnect. Reconnecting. Working. And we're back. Okay. Multiple places in the universe. The happiness factor. As I said, as I was continuing to say, our mothers used to feed us, clothe us, make sure that we stayed warm during the winter time, make sure that we stayed cool during the summertime, and practically did everything else for us as we were growing up, in order to ensure our happiness. A happy baby was a happy family. And no one screaming at the top of their lungs at all times of the hour because they need a diaper changed. Because I know my grandchildren, sometimes they grow up so fast that they outgrow their clothes, and sometimes because they're uncomfortable, they tend to wiggle, in their clothes until we have to buy them some new ones, and because they grow up so fast. But our parents were responsible for our happiness for a large portion of the beginning of our lives. They even drove us everywhere we needed to go. They drove us, to the grocery store to get our food. They drove us to, the clothing stores to get us something to wear. They drove us to school. They drove us to work until we got our driver's license. And you know what? At that point, once we got our driver's license, we would... Okay, bear with me. We can do this. Okay. We're working. Once we got our driver's license, we were responsible for driving ourselves to work, to buy some clothes, or to get something to eat. If you wanted to go through a fast food places, why do you think fast food places exist? It's because young people learn how to drive. Instead of going to the grocery store and buying something healthy. Anyway, once we learned how to drive, then our happiness became our own responsibility. You drive yourself. You drive yourself for being happy. You drive yourself for being sad. You drive yourself for being responsible for your financial situation. So it's time that we learn how to drive ourselves. And that's what I wanted to share with everyone, is to keep yourself focused on driving yourself now. If you have a driver's license, or if you know how to drive, or if you don't know how to drive, you're riding a bus, or you're riding what do they call it, Lyft or Uber or somebody in order to get you to work. But now you know you're responsible for getting to work, for getting to the grocery store, or for getting anywhere that you're supposed to go. And now, since you drive yourself, or since you take yourself everywhere that you're supposed to, you are mindful of how you get somewhere. And if you're mindful of how you get somewhere, that means you drive yourself. And that's something that I mean to encourage everybody, especially, during the beginning of winter and moving forward. It's time for us to drive ourselves. It's time for us to be responsible for our own situations, our own mood. One of the things that I always encourage everybody to remember, that this electrical switching station that is in our mind, the billions of neurons that are firing every day, they operate more efficiently when they're happy. You think clearer when you're happy than when you're sad. When you're sad, everything slows down and becomes a bit more of a challenge. But the happier you are, the better you can think. So that's kind of like a fuel. And your subconscious mind tends to store your happy moments to be used as fuel. Because if you pay attention, the times that you are sad, it stores those as well. You don't want to use that. You kind of want to, check yourself as far as, using sad moments in order to remember things. You want to use your happy moments as fuel in order to drive yourself towards keeping your happiness. Being more thoughtful, being more helpful about things and how things should be going as well. So learn to drive your own mind. If you don't drive your own mind, someone else is going to drive your mind for you. Encourage others. When you're happy, the more people that you encourage to be happy, the more the happiness spreads, and that kind of happiness just doubled. And it's a lot easier, to function on those days when you realize that you help someone to be happy or someone to laugh, have more fun, laugh more. Work towards moments of happiness. Work towards moments of joy. Work towards when you make other people smile, when you make others happy. It's you're making others happy in kind of like a self-care, because you want to share your happiness with someone. It's not to make them dependent on your happiness. It's to kind of keep your mind focused on, making yourself happy by sharing your happiness. Just want to remember, E=MC². I'm going to get this. Okay, here we go. My good friend Arye's book, E=MC², The Hidden Formula for Success. Yes, I can read backwards. The Hidden Formula for Success, E=MC². I'm giving that away. In order for you to be able to get your copy of this, I already given one away. In order to get your copy of my friend Arye's book, E=MC², The Hidden Formula to Success, all you have to do is go to my IG account, Thrivologist, and answer the question. If you were to write a book about yourself, about the best part of yourself, or about the happiest moment in your life, if you want to share it with somebody, what would be the title of that book? And I'm still, gathering, titles and everything. Got some pretty good titles, to people's books. And when you get your title to your, when I get enough, let's say 100. When I get 100 titles, then we're gonna have a vote off as far as which one of these titles is the best. That ought to inspire people for some motivation. And as well, our King Midas project. Our King Midas project is going to start soon. Look for the notes and information being shared on my IG account about our King Midas project, because we want everybody to participate in our King Midas project. Because I think it's important that everybody begins to. I want everybody to participate in our King Midas project. I really do, because it's going to be 5,000 people. 5,000 people in our King Midas project, and for 12 months, I'm going to mentor them in order to use some of the keys that's in the King Midas story about how to change from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance. It's going to be a very interesting ride for 12 months. And with that, I thank you, for tuning in. I appreciate everyone. Remember to share. Remember to share some hearts. Look forward to seeing everybody soon.